Hey, this is your old Aunt Tina. I'm going to tell you the story about the first time that I met cat scratching at my computer. Um, the first time that I met my father-in-law. This is a great story. Anyway, way back before I even knew your Uncle Mike, way back. Um, this was like 1970, something like that. Anyway, I was single, was working in an office for a large manufacturing company in the town where I live. And every day when I would come in to the office, you go up the big stairs, and then I turn left, and here's all these rows of secretary desks, and then against the wall were the offices of the executives. And I was the last desk. Okay, so I walk all the way down, and every morning I would turn on the lights. There was, well, a group of light switches, like about four light switches or something, and I would turn them on with my forearm here, and I would just, and then they'd all come on. All the lights would be on for that area. Okay, so I did that one morning, and and my the side of my hand was burnt. I had a burn mark. It was burnt. It was about the size of a dime. And oh, gee whiz. So I go into the head electrician's office, and I said, this is what happened, and all I did was go brush it up like this, and I'm not sure what the problem is with the electric switch, but maybe there's something there going on that it needs to be looked at. So he said, okay, he'll get somebody to check it out. So I go in the ladies' room, and I'm running cold water on my hand and all this kind of stuff. And so then one of the ladies, another lady comes in the bathroom, and she says, there's somebody out here at your desk. He wants to talk to you about the light switch. Oh, okay. So I go out to the light switch, and here's this guy, man, I should say, man, um, old enough to be my father. And he's looking at the light switches there. He's screwing the plates back with the screwdriver. He's screwing the plates back on. And I went up to him and I said, oh, I said, well, what the heck was going on? I said, look at my hand here where it got burnt. And he turned to me and he said, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. Everything's fine. I don't know what the problem is. And off he stomped. I thought, good grief. What was that all about? But, I still got burnt, so I don't know what happened. But it never did it to me again. When I would turn on the lights after that, I'd take a ruler and. But anyway, so there I am, working and all this kind of stuff. And as the years go by, I quit that place and I go to another place. And eventually, I run into this young man who I fall for like instantaneously. And there's a story there that I'll tell you, but another time. Anyway, and we're going out together. We've been, meeting at the bar and blah blah blah. Not really had any official dates yet, but then we just met at the bar and then continued to go from there. But this one time he says, "Let's go out to dinner." He says, uh, "I'll take you out for dinner, but I got to go home and clean up and take a shower." And he'd been out all night. He was home from Vietnam. He was a Vietnam veteran, and he came home from there, and he was ready to. He was on unemployment, which was allowable for veterans, and he was just being drunk all the time. Gee, I wonder why. We'll talk about that sometime too. Uh, so anyway, I said, okay. So we went to his house. which was out in the country in the farmland, and we pulled into the homestead there, and there was a mobile home there. Well, I guess it wasn't a, what do you call it? A mobile home, a trailer? No, it wasn't a trailer. I can't remember. But anyway, and there was the mobile home there, and then there was a barn, small barn, garage, whatever you want to call it. And if we got out of the car, we started to walk up to the house, and he looked in the barn, and he says, "Oh, my dad's there." He says, "Here, I want you to meet my dad." And he says, "Hey, Dad, this is Tina." And so I look into the barn because there's a man standing there, and I couldn't quite see him. So I stepped up a little bit, and I looked in, and he turned his head, and I said, "It's the screwdriver guy." It was the screwdriver guy. Funny, funny. But anyway, so then we go inside, and I meet his mom, and and we have some. No, we didn't have dinner. We went out. He got dressed. That's what it was. He went and got dressed in some new clothes, took a shower, got redressed, blah blah blah. We were going to go out and get something to eat. So I was talking with his mother. Nice lady, very nice lady, like her. Well, I liked his dad too. Eventually down the road, but wonderful people. His dad was a veteran of World War II, and his son was a veteran of Vietnam. Um, but that's just a little story there that I wanted to tell you because I didn't really know his dad except for him to say, you know, about the lights on the wall. "Hey, everything's fine." Okay, just a funny story. Funny story. That's all.